Hey now, good people. Happy Thursday, early morning, or late night, whichever one you want to call it. Praying all is well with everyone and everyone is in good spirits. I'm coming this morning to drop another one on the Roz squad and their leader, Rosalind Knight. Roz, I don't know who you think you are. If you ever hear this, you need to stop, ma'am. You are a sad sack of a woman. You always call people ugly and fat and all these different rude names. But have you ever looked in the mirror? Because ain't nothing so fine about you. You take off all that makeup, you look a pickle, baby. Ain't nothing cute about all those black rings around your eyes, that big hanging, discolored lip that you have at the bottom, that tongue hanging out your mouth like you're special or have special needs. Your edges, you got some hair. I seen that, but your edge is gone. Do you have alopecia or what? What's going on? Because all your little edges are gone. Is that stress? Is that have anything to do with your health situation? See, these are all the things you need to be thinking about when you come out here on these YouTube streets and call yourself dogging people out. Ain't nothing so spectacular about you at all. Nothing at all. I understand you're confident because you need to be, because ain't nobody else gonna be for you. But you need to quit saying people are beneath you. No one's beneath you, lady. What do you have going on that's so wonderful that no one else has going on? Everyone has a beautiful home. Everyone drives a nice new car these days. Ain't nothing special about what you got going on. You know, you talk about people's children and grandchildren, but get real upset when someone talks about yours. When all of them funny looking to me, you know. You ain't got no beauty queens and prom kings. I'm sorry. They're grown, so I will speak on them. But I'll never say anything about your grandchildren because children are beautiful no matter what. But your children, they're all ignorant just like you. They come out here embarrassing and showing how they really was raised with all that cussing and fussing and raising hell over dumb stuff. Stuff that don't even matter. But everything is for clicks and views. So if that means coming out, showing your ignorance and bashing other women and their children and their grandchildren, I guess that's what you all do to make a buck. So that go to show you right there, you're desperate. Because anybody, whether they're rich or poor, that has some type of integrity about theirself would never do the things that you do, Roz. You and your squad. You don't want anybody posting your address or posting your children's address, but you're quick to put your minions up to finding out information on others so you can dox them and put their information out. Make that make sense, ma'am. Make that make some sense. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And stop talking like you so heavy and you're the toughest thing around. Because, baby, you bleed the same blood that we all bleed. So just as well as someone could get the ups on me and harm me, someone can get the ups on you and harm you and yours. So that's where you need to stay prayed up versus coming on here acting like you the toughest thing around. Because your big, fat, slow self can't do nothing with nobody. You too big. You too slow. You out of breath all the time. You know? that your nose and your chest is clogged up. So you can't be out here fighting and pulling guns. You got to be the one that pull it the fastest. So as you say with your that little sound you always make, like you all that, girl, stop. Please stop. And I try to be so positive. But anytime I run into anything that has something to do with you or someone's on their live speaking on some of the behaviors that you have displayed, it is ridiculous. It's saddening to see that after all this time, you are still never looking to change. You think what you're doing is okay. But I know why you're doing it. Because if you didn't, you'll be broke. You'll be back in that same position you was in before you started this YouTube 2 years ago. So it's any means necessary for you. You know, the love of money is the root of all evil. And you love some money. All you do is brag, 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 but don't even have bragging rights. You know, you have a lawyer as a daughter, but she's the most ignorant lawyer I've ever seen, coming out here embarrassing herself. And if she is working with a firm, she's embarrassing her firm as well, because this is not the kind of behavior lawyers display. They might do their fussing and cussing behind the scene and behind closed doors, but they would never bring these type of behaviors to a platform for the world to see them act in that manner. So that goes to show you, she's just like you. You know, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Day blind as a bat, which I ain't gonna talk too much about that because I can't see neither. But at the same time, you have all these funny looking kids with them Coke bottle glasses and all this and so on, but you quick to try to dog somebody else's. What Day got going for herself at her age? Nothing. Nothing. I could brag about my college grad that is a CPS worker herself, mandated reporter, works with the youth, criminal justice and juvenile justice bachelor holding, and studying for her psychology degree, master's. You know, great job, making good money at 25 years old. Graduated 2022, head of the class, dean's list. See, you're not the only one that got kids that are doing great things. And when you compare other people's kids' success to yours, I think their kids are kind of doing better than yours. You know, you got one that's uneducated, that's a murderer. He kill. You have a one that is stuck up under your butt that you won't allow to breathe and become a woman because whatever reason, I don't know. But she has nothing going on for herself. She doesn't have her own place. You claim she's a virgin. You don't know what that girl is. Now, my daughter was a virgin until she was 21. But guess what? She's with her fiance and they are to be married. They were both virgins and only shared themselves together at the age of 21, almost 22. So that could be possible. But at the same time, you only know what your children tell you. You know, I was just blessed to be able to have that open line of communications with mine. But having that open line, baby, best believe they respect me. They're not going to sit around and be cussing all in my presence, your presence, or anyone's presence that are their elders. Come on now. That go to show you ain't such a good mom and you didn't raise your children right, because what you taught them when they were younger would follow them into adulthood. So you really need to keep your mouth closed. And like I said, quit calling people ugly and fat and all this. Take a look in the mirror, girl. You ain't no spring chicken. You ain't got no bad body. All that butt on your back don't make you have no body, girl, because the same butt you got on your back is the same butt you got on your front. And the front is bigger than the back. You look like Barney Rubble, honey. So stop it. And like I say, I'm not an ignorant person and do not like to come out and talk bad and bash anyone. But Roz, I promise you, you are one evil witch. You are so evil that it makes no sense at all for a woman of your age to walk around and, well, sit around, because you ain't doing too much walking, sit around and talk about people the way you do. You talk about LA Kids, her life, Muffin's life, anyone that you think that you can, it'll bring you views because they're already somewhere you're trying to get to. So you always saying somebody jealous of you. It look like you must be jealous of them because you trying to climb to their places, but in the wrong manner. They didn't take the route that you took to get to where they are today. So that's why their success at this will last a whole lot longer and have longevity versus yours that's going to one day crash and burn. And I can't wait to see that day. Because as you see, your little cooking channel you had going on, that wasn't doing nothing. You're making this platform and money off the backs of others. Because if you would keep their name out your mouth, you wouldn't have nothing to talk about, honey. Nothing at all, because you're not going to be transparent about your situation. The only time you come out with anything is when somebody put your business on Front Street and you try to come and defend yourself. That's the only time that you will take any or hold any type of accountability to your situation, your life, something that you should talk more about versus always lying and putting on this fake facade like you all that. And as you say, my life is perfect. Baby, ain't nobody's life perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect life. Everyone's exempt. We can have a good, decent life, but it always comes with trouble because God did not promise us every day to be a good day. So you need to cut that out and humble yourself. Please learn how to humble yourself, because without humility and some integrity and some morals and good character, you ain't worth nothing. And guess what? You don't hold any of these characteristics. So guess what? You ain't about nothing. Money don't make nobody, baby. Because as we see a lot of these stars and all these real rich people, they have all the money in the world and they're the most miserable people around. I'd rather be broke with a peace of mind, my sanity, and showing and leading by example of what a good person really looks like than be rich and evil. Because you ain't gonna make it through them pearly gates being the way you are. And you need to focus on your health. You're not getting younger. And like I say, you're not a spring chicken. And it looks like you have health issues that you need to make sure that you're not putting a curse on someone else and it backfires and comes on you. And you be somewhere sicker or worse off than you are at this moment. So for me, I would really humble myself, because we all know you got something going on with you. You tried to even hide it. You wasn't transparent and come out and tell a person about your health issues at first. You sat up there and tried to hide that little patch on your chest. That goes to show you not a real transparent, upright woman. Because whatever you're going through might be something that someone else is going through that could have been some positive content to help people. But instead, you wanted to hide it and then talk about everybody else's situations. Please. I'm talking about sad. A sad woman you are. Sad children that you birthed into this world. You know, and I'm only saying that because what we're being seen displayed. It's right in front of everybody's eyes. We can see, we can hear, and that's not good parenting, because they would, as you say, never. They would never act that way. But Roz, you keep on, doing you, because guess what? Sooner or later it's going to burn and crumble, and the wrath of the Lord is going to hit you right on top of your head, honey, and right kick you square up that big old stanky looking behind you got. Because you look like you stink. You know, you really do. And like I say, if you take off all that makeup, Roz, you don't look nothing. You don't look like nothing, for real. All that foundation, all that stuff to try to pat your skin down and make you look better. But you know when you take that stuff off, how you truly look. And we all know as well. So I'm just coming out to state a few points about things that I'm seeing and hearing. And it's saddening me because I'm trying to steer away from all negativity for 2023 and have some positive content. But guess what? Like you say, I am a reaction channel. Well, guess what? I'm a reaction channel too. So let's do a case study on you and let's react on you. You know, because everybody ain't scared of nobody doxing them when they don't have anything to worry about, like myself. I don't have a criminal record. You know, everything about me is upright. I'm an upright citizen. I stand for something out here in the world. But what do you stand for? See, I'm a good mother. I'm raising a beautiful son and have raised a beautiful, wonderful daughter. You see what I'm saying? So there's a big difference because my daughter don't even want me indulging in this kind of talk. She's like, Mama, don't do it. Do your reaction on your TV shows and things like that. See, that's a good kid. They would never want you, and I would never want my children to hop in anything I got going on no social media that has nothing to do with positivity. That's all negative. And mine wouldn't even get involved because guess what? They'll be trying to tell me to stay away from it like my daughter has been doing. Mama, don't talk about that. That's nothing. You supposed to take your channel into a positive direction. But see, that's good raising. That's when you know you did right with a child. You talk a lot of mess, but you don't see Sharita children all over here getting in her beef that she has with you. Or anybody that she speaks on, you know, and Sharita, you know, she's not my big cup of tea because of how she played Latrice. But at the same time, ever since you all have split, her kids could have got involved in all this messy tit for tat and back and forth, but they were raised right. You can truly tell because they're not even condoning or getting involved in none of that BS. They have their own little channels and things that they're doing, and they're taking it in a positive direction. You helped your daughter build a channel just for her to be negative. Come on now. That energy transfers, and it's hopping from you to her to Day-Day, and on and on and on. And quit acting like you know can get everybody's man, because don't nobody want you. Because if that was true, you would have been had a decent man. You said all that you said about, oh, they got to come right and this, that. It's a lot of decent men out here, but none of them ain't checking for you. Ain't none of them checking for you, because if they were, you would have had a man. We've been watching you for over 2 years, honey. 2 years. We don't have to know all your business behind the scene because that's your personal business. But you best believe, as much as people been telling you you need a piece of you know what, you would have been posted somebody if you had somebody. You just now putting somebody up there. And he ain't the finest thing around. Don't look like he has all these so-called standards that you're looking for. Girl, stop. You ain't fooling nobody. You're no better than anybody. No one is beneath you. Matter of fact, you may be beneath others because you will do anything to make a buck and get those clicks and views. You have a whole circus of minions running around you. They're nothing but yes women. They are not leaders or have any kind of leader mentality the way they allow you to be the way that you are. You sit up here cussing and sound so ignorant, but when you came out, you was just such this prim and proper, classy woman. Girl, you are classless. Nothing is classy about you. You can put on as many clothes as you want and dress it up and throw as many of those old-fashioned ponytails in your hair as much as you want and think you the baddest things on these YouTube streets. But I'm here to bust your bubble. You're not. And so I'll leave that right there. God bless you. God bless your family. And I hope to see you doing better. I hope to one day see that you have some different content other than these women and their children. You know, because God is going to whoop you for this. Believe it. You only on borrowed time. Yeah, you getting away with it for a minute because you know you running with the devil. He blesses folks too. Ain't nothing you doing of God because God don't bless no mess, honey. But once again, you be blessed and you take care. And to my followers, my support system, thank you for the ones that are still hanging on in there with me. Allow me to continue to grow, and you all come and grow with me. I will be dropping more content, and it won't all be about these negative YouTube streets. If you guys can drop down in the comments and tell me some type of topics you would like to talk about. What kind of reactions would you like me to do for as TV shows? Love After Lockup, Ready to Love, Put a Ring on It, Sisters, 90 Day Fiance, the 1,000 Pound Sisters, all different shows that I know people watch. If you would like me to start doing reactions on them and we could talk about it, just let me know. Drop it in the comments or anything that you guys would think that would be good and positive for my channel. I would truly appreciate your support. Please like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified when I do drop a new video. And I look forward to us growing together. Everyone have a good night and a happy Thursday. Be blessed, rest well, and much love to you all. God bless. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.